Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the Mu Ken Zhong. So remember, the wooden dummy can be a yin and yang. It can be a yang and yin, or yang, or yang and yin. So yin yang, yang, or yin dummy. That's why these arms are offset. So one of the things we want to talk about is that really important that you learn to shift. So in other words, the wooden dummy has three forms in it. So Silam Dao, when you first learn Silam Dao, there's no shifting. You're not kicking, you're not really moving your hips. You're basically practicing and learning the structure and how to develop inch power and qi go. So in other words, energy, qi. So you want to practice that. So when you do the wooden dummy, you're actually utilizing Silam Dao, Chamkyu, Byuji. Remember that. So in the very beginning, you're utilizing all three of those forms. So if you don't know those three forms and you perform the dummy, it makes it a little bit difficult to understand. So one of the things that I always talk about is, or when I see when people do the dummy, there's no footwork. In other words, their hips aren't moving. They're just basically here. And if you notice my lower half of my body, nothing's really happening. But we want to make sure that when we're here, we shift, pull back, shift again, and then step here, and then constantly shifting, and then coming out here, there, shift, there. So the Kao Sao, or the ending part of the dummy, should have three stances. In other words, Gong Sao, Bong Tan, and then strike. So we should be here, weight on the back leg, and then shift again, weight on the other side, and then back to your Silam Dao stance, or Yichi Kim Yu Ma stance, or Jing Ma stance. So from the very beginning, we have to shift. If you're not shifting in your dummy form, then basically you're utilizing the dummy the way I was taught, as in Silam Dao dummy form, and that's not right. So second section, you are shifting. So you'll see people do this, and they always do it fast. So in other words, they're playing the drums. They're playing the drums. They're playing the drums. They're playing the drums. You don't want to have to do that. You want to stick and move, and then chut here, chut, dai bong. So you want to make sure that you're shifting. Shift, 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 shift here, and then boom, here, shift, dai bong, shift, boom. So always make sure you're shifting. If you're standing stationary and your hips and your feet aren't moving, then it's wrong. Now when you shift, your feet don't have to move, other than I'm shifting with my yoma, with my hips. So I'm not shifting with my feet. I'm not shifting with my shoulders. I'm shifting with my hips, like that. So see my hips turn, like that. So when you start, shift, 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 and then you're shifting back. That's where you're going to get your power. You put your hips into it. That's where you're going to create power. If you're not moving your hips, you're doing the dummy wrong. And not only that, you're going to be an easy target to hit because your head's not moving. Remember, head of glass, belly of cotton, arms and legs of steel. But your head is glass. So if your head is just right stationary, you're not moving. Boxers, they teach you to bob and weave. In Chun, we try to shift. We try not to do a whole lot of bobbing and weaving because you can get kneed, right? But we always have this principle of head up, chin down. So our head up and our chin is down. So in other words, in boxing they call this the button. We want to hide that button like that. But we have to shift. We have to learn to use our yuma, our stepping power. Step back. So when you go side to side, you use your hips. You can also turn and move forward like that. So you turn and come forward. But you want to make sure you use your hips. Shifting is very, very, very important. Without that, you're going to be an easy target and you're going to be really easy to hit. So hopefully, don't forget to like the video, share it to your friends, and give us a call at 303-423-2238. I teach group lessons, private lessons, and semi-private lessons in person and virtual, and I travel. So give me a call. Thanks. Take care.